Hey guys, okay, so I'm gonna get ready with y'all today. I'm headed out for like a date night. I was starting to get cabin fever because I work from home. At my corporate job, I work from my laptop all day, you know, so I sometimes feel like I'm going a little crazy. I need to get out of the house. And told my hubby, I was like, oh, let's go get some drinks or something. So it's a Thursday night, but we are headed out, and I want to play with some new makeup products. I've been holding on to this Violet Voss Pro palette, the Holy Grail palette, for a couple months. I still haven't used it, so I'm going to finally use it, and I'm really excited about this. I know this is a really hot product. See, it's untouched. So I'll kind of get my first impressions on it. And then I have some new liquid lipsticks from Ofra. I tried these already, like I just swatched them on my lips. These are all from Manny makeup artist. He has his line with Ofra, and he developed these 3 lipsticks. So they're actually really nice, really wearable. And I'm going to try these on today too. And I'm just going to chat with you all. So let's get started. So what's been going on, y'all? I have been busy. Like I feel like I'm always working on my house. I got a new car, because y'all know I got into that car accident, and I got a used car because my insurance only gave me enough to kind of replace the model that I had, which was, and it wasn't enough money to buy a brand new car, and I wasn't ready to buy a brand new car right now. So I bought a used one. My friend works at CarMax, so I kind of got a hookup, and it was it's a Nissan Maxima, and I like really dependable cars. Like it doesn't have to be a name brand flashy car. I'm not a name brand girl actually, which is nothing wrong with being one or not. I just I'm cheap. I think it's because I grew up with cheap parents, so I don't need a name brand car. And a Nissan Maxima is a nice safe car, which I'm all about dependable, safe, won't break down. Crazy enough, this car is used, and I was like, okay, like, everyone said it was really good, but already I had to get the transmission replaced, which is really annoying because who wants to do all that? They said that once that's done, it should be pretty much like a brand new car because it was, the inside is like so clean, and sometimes Nissan Maximas or Nissans in general have issues with transmissions. So I spent a couple of thousand more than I was planning, but you know, as grown-ups, we have to do these kind of things. So, anywho, I still am not really driving the car. Like, at first, I got the car, and it was like, I made a big deal about making it really cute. Like, I got tin on it. I got all those, like, I bought all those accessories, like tire shine, cleaned it, and everything. And then when I was driving it randomly, it literally stopped driving, and that's when we realized there was a transmission issue. So sitting in the shop right now getting a transmission. So I really haven't been driving at all for like the past 2+ months, which kind of puts a cramp on my style because before I used to be able to get around whenever I wanted to. Now I have to use my husband's car, which I don't like because I feel like I'm not like, for example, I'm not like working out as much as I used to outside, because I used to go to a lot more workout classes, and I think that's making me lazy. Still do my like videos at home and stuff, but okay, so let's get started with like a crease transition color. They have a color literally called Transition right here. It's like a kind of like a very mid-tone brown with a little bit of a pink undertone, which is perfect for a crease transition. Oh, it's very nice and smooth. Yes, yes. Using a Sugar Pearl crease brush. I like this brush because it's really fluffy and it really gets a nice, really even transition. I never used to use these big kind of like fluffy crease brushes like the MAC 224. I remember when I first started doing makeup back in the day, everybody was all obsessed with the 224, and I never used it because I thought it was too big for my eyes. So it was more of like a MAC 217 or like this universal blender brush to get my outer V. But then I realized that this brush is so good for doing crease transitions and for just like blending out and doing a fade. So, okay, so let's see. what do we want to do on the lid? I kind of want to do something different. Like I would navigate typically to Cool Beans, which is like this kind of rose gold shade. But let's just do something a little bit different today. Let's do this pink. Let's do So Jelly. The names are very cute. I think I can do like something kind of cool with that, with this look. So I'm just placing it on the lid. I'm just making this up as we go along. Ooh, that's really nice and pigmented. Do you see that? This is like, now that I'm thinking about this might turn into look I did a couple weeks ago, so I don't want it to be too similar to that look. So I need to go ahead and just mix it up. And I think I'm going to take, let's see, all these colors are kind of reddish brown, so I'm going to take Cranberry Splash, the other side of this brush, and get this in the middle. We're going to do like a very old school kind of makeup technique they used to do all the time, which is 1, 2, 3, like light, medium, and dark colors. Because I've tended to do a lot of halo eyes lately. And in my head I'm like, oh, I'm doing something different. I'm not doing just like an outer lid and outer V shade. I'm doing, you know, the inner and outer corners are dark and light in the middle. But then I realized that I'm not really being different because I keep doing that look over and over. So gotta mix it up, people. Alright, so then I'm gonna do a really darker shade. I'm gonna do Wine and Dine, which is this gorgeous matte burgundy, almost like a reddish burgundy, not really dark, but more on the red side. It's pretty. These colors are really gorgeous, and they are so pigmented and really nice. So I'm gonna put that in the outer V, and then on the side. So I've been really working a lot with the makeup show lately. You guys know I'm a big fan of the makeup show. I've been to a ton of the shows around the country, and they're finally coming to Atlanta. I'm so excited. This is really huge. Like, people might not realize it, but it's huge if you live in Atlanta, in a city where, really a state where there are really not any close shows. The Orlando Makeup Show is reasonably close, but there's no real makeup shows here. There's Fame Expo, not Fame Expo, PMAC, but it's not my jam. Alright, so then I'm going to take the transition color again and start to blend this all out. So I contacted them because I really wanted to be a part of the whole experience, and I'm a huge proponent of Atlanta networking. I don't feel like we're at where we need to be, because you would think that Atlanta is a very glam kind of city and that we would all be doing events together and all that, but it's not. It's actually very almost segregated, not in a racial sense, but in the sense that, you know, makeup artists don't necessarily collaborate as much as I would hope. They don't, some of them, like, you know, some of us bloggers do events, but everybody kind of does their own thing, and they don't necessarily have a very nurturing educational, it's not an educational environment where you lift up other artists. But I'm all about that, so I'm so happy for the show to come and hopefully bring more of a collaborative environment to Atlanta and create a great network for makeup industry, for the makeup industry, so that way we can help each other, bring more opportunities to Atlanta, and just work together to make it a really great place for the industry. Alright, so then I'm going to take a really deep shade. This is Teddy Bear. This is so, love this shade. Do you see how that's a really, it's actually deeper in person. I think the camera's washing it out. This is going to go right in here, just to kind of smoke it out. I'm on a panel with them, with the makeup show, and I'm on a panel with 2 other makeup success stories in Atlanta, and I wanted to mix it up. So the title is How to Succeed in Makeup in Atlanta, and it's about, you know, finding your own niche in makeup and being able to succeed. And it's not necessarily everybody doing the same thing. Like, for example, I'm the blogger, kind of YouTuber, brand ambassador on the panel. Then I have Ebony, who's the, who you've heard me talk about her before. She started her own makeup academy, so, and she's gonna start an agency, so she's on that kind of educational end. Then I have Mimi Johnson, who is an amazing celebrity makeup artist, and she also has her own makeup studio. So as you can see, we're all doing great things, but in different kind of avenues. And I know a lot of people like makeup and they want to do makeup, but sometimes they find it hard to actually find revenue streams and to make it a career. So I think the panel is going to be it's going to be real, it's going to be exciting. We're going to talk about how Atlanta needs to come together and become a community, and I feel like that will really help a lot. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I've been talking to the makeup show PR team, I've been talking to James Vincent a lot about how to just get people to come to the show, because it's crazy because people aren't buying tickets to the show, and it's so weird because you'd think everybody in Atlanta would love makeup, but this is apparently their hardest market that they've had, and everybody always wanted the show to come to Atlanta, but Atlanta is not reciprocating. So hopefully that changes. I'm trying to spread out my advertising because I don't want it to be like too much, because I noticed that those posts don't get as many likes on Instagram, which is interesting. So, but you will see me talk about much more. Alright, so then we're gonna put, let's put Ploof. I'm gonna put this right in here. I like it. It's kind of got a pale pink undertone to it, so it kind of complements all these like cranberry tones. I might even put a little bit of another shadow on top to kind of tint it. Okay, so then I'm gonna take a pink. We'll take, how you doing? That's a shade. And I'm just going to layer it lightly on top. See, now it looks a little bit more pink than white on top of that Ploof face. How you doing? Y'all watch Wendy Williams? You can tell I do. I actually watch her more on YouTube than I do during the day, because I like to watch, I don't like commercials, so I just watch the segments on YouTube. Alright, let's go ahead and do the brows really quickly. I'm going to do more of a beat brow today. So let's take, well, maybe not necessarily. I'm going to take Tarte Emphasize Brow Mousse, medium brown. And I'm going to, I haven't used this product in a while, so hopefully it's not too dried out. Because I want a really precise brow. Not necessarily beat, but very precise. Okay, let's get this. This product, even though it dries out, it still works pretty good because it's not like a pomade formula, it's more like a mousse formula. So, I'm going a little heavy-handed right here. So I recently discovered this, I didn't really discover it, but I started using this website, which I've been wanting to use for a really long time. And it's called Rent the Runaway. I don't know if you guys have heard of it, but basically it's a site where you can rent designer dresses for like special occasions, and instead of paying full price for them, you rent it, and you pick your size and you pick the date range. You can rent it for 4 or 8 days, and then the cool thing about it is that you see a whole bunch of the other Rent the Runaway customers, and they post pictures about it and they say how it fits, which is really accurate and helpful. So if you want, you pick your size and they'll send you a free backup size, and you pay for the shipping, but the return shipping is free, like to return the dress. So I've rented it. I've been wanting to do it for a long time. I was kind of eyeing it when my wedding was rolling around, because I thought it could kind of be a potential, it could be a potential to get like a reception dress for. I ended up not doing that because I ended up buying a dress, which, looking back at it now, I don't even think I should have bought that dress, because I only wore it for my Atlanta reception for like half the time. But Yeah, now I finally got to use it because I just kind of got the bug in me. Like, I was like, let me try this site. My husband's cousin was getting married, and I wanted to try a dress for a fun occasion, like a wedding, and I got this Nicole Miller dress, and it was so nice, and I got a lot of compliments on it, and it fit really good. I mean, I'm a cheapo, but I will admit that some things, like, are worth the money. You can tell that it's nicer. So like the dress from Nicole Miller, it fits so good. It like literally had ruching in the right places, so that way it didn't show any lumps and bumps. It had off the shoulder sleeves, which were so flattering. Like, I just love women's shoulders. And the sleeves had like these little rubber grips on the inside so they didn't slip down. It was just, I was really loving it, and kind of got hooked on it, so I signed up for the pro account. I really suggest that you guys try it out. I'm going to give you guys a referral link, and if you sign up, I get like some money in my account. It's not an affiliate network thing, it's more like a referral code. So my volume died. I don't know what happened. Something wrong with my plug-in mic. So I decided to do a voiceover for you guys. So what I did is I just finished my eyebrows by setting with Anastasia Caramel Brow Gel, cream concealer from Anastasia to kind of clean up the brows. I want the brows to be really clean on this look. And then just set that with this matte brow bone shade, which I love when palettes have a matte brow bone shade because that's my preference. I like the way it looks. It's really clean. And if there's only shimmer shades, I don't feel comfortable setting my entire brow bone with it. So look at those brows, nice and neat. And then I'm going to go in with a pinky, more of a pinky brown transition color. And I'm going to fill in the gap between the brow bone and my crease. And blend everything up. And I'm really focused on getting a really nice seamless blend for you guys on this look. So blending with a like a crease stone brush is really important for this look. So I said I didn't like highlight matte. I didn't like highlight brow bone colors, but I do like putting a shimmer right underneath the highest arch point of the brows. I think it looks really nice and shimmery and glowy, so that's what I put there. Reapply the lid colors because you know when you do eyeshadow it tends to get blended out with all that blending that you're doing, and this makes it look even more vibrant when you reapply that. Now I'm using Inglot Gel Liner. I am in the market for a really good black liquid liner pen, so please, if you have any recommendations, leave them in the comments below. For the lower lash line, I'm pulling out this old MAC shade stick. It's like a really good base color for the eyes. And then on the waterline, I'm using this Anastasia Brow Duality. It's a great creamy shade for the waterline. Not white, it's more of like a cream tone, so it's not so stark on tan skin. And then set that with that same matte highlight that you put on the brow bone, and then repeat the colors that you use on the lid on the lower lash line. This is the mini shader brush that I designed for the Citadel Lace Vortex collection, and I designed it specifically for that, fitting under tight places like the lower lash line. This is Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer, the liquid formula. Blend that in. This is like always my first step when I do my face. Correct under eye circles. And I always know the difference when I don't do this. So I pulled out some really oldie but goodie foundations for this. Like, these are from Palladio. Palladio is a brand that you can find at Sally Beauty or at Ulta. It's very affordable. And they have these herbal liquid foundations, which I used to rock so much back in the day. The shades are Sandy Beige, which I wear in the center, and Honey Beige on the outside. And I just love the finish of this foundation. I do wish it was a little bit more yellow or a little more brown, just to kind of match my neck. But I fix that with a little bit of powder later. So I love them. If you're looking for a nice, affordable foundation, I recommend them. And then this is YSL Touche Claw. Use it to highlight. I did buy this on Groupon Goods, actually. Shade number 2 is what I use. And that's what happily that's what they are selling. And that's a couple of dollars off because you know YSL does not go on sale. So to add some more brown, a little bit more tan to my skin, I'm using MSF Give Me Sun. And this really cool angled large face brush from MAC. It doesn't even require any blending hardly. You just place it where you want to put that contour and it automatically just diffuses the color because the brush is so big. So it's really convenient. And then I'm using Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder and Light to set that highlight with my favorite cheek brush. This is Luxe Essentials from Snow and Lace, the cheek brush, and it is amazing for setting highlight. So this is the Ofra blush palette, and I'm using this really interesting blue base kind of shimmery pink. It looks really nice with the eyes, and I typically wouldn't pick a color like that. I usually pick something a little bit more neutral with a brown undertones, but this is like, you know, it goes with the eyes. So this is the Ofra Illuminating Blush Stripes. I'm just using the pink and the bronze side only to give a slight highlight. It's not super light, so it just kind of gives that shimmer, and it kind of just blends into the blush. And again, kind of going with the whole pink theme of the with the eyes and cheeks. So I'm going to apply mascara. This is prepping my lashes for falsies. I don't usually go in the lower lash line because my lashes are so short, but I just wanted to see if it would make a difference, and it really didn't. So after that, I apply the falsies. These are Lady Moss Beauty Cocoa Lashes, one of my absolute faves. I love the Cocoa Lash style and the Goddess style. Those are like my two must-haves from them. And then the lips, I'm using some new lip colors from Ofra Cosmetics. Many makeup artists created 3 shades. So first I applied Graftobian Sultry Siren lip pencil, which is an amazing mauve pencil, really, really pretty. And then I put Charmed liquid lipstick, really great everyday matte shade, and then on the center Aries, which is a really pretty nudish pink. And it kind of gives a nice dimension to look. And I totally think I'm going to rock this lip color a lot, like this combo. I think it's just really good. So here's the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll have a full list of products and pictures on makeupbyrenren.com. And until next time, have a great night. Ciao, Bellas.